There are forces in cosmology that do not build civilizations. They do not rule kingdoms and do not seek worship. They guard continuity. The Serpents belong to that order. In structured esoteric symbolism, the serpent represents cyclic intelligence, the coiling and uncoiling of time. Across cultures, serpents encircle worlds, bite their own tails, or dwell beneath creation. The Ouroboros motif expresses recurrence and closure. The chronoserpents extend that archetype into temporal architecture. They are the guardians of sequence. In this transmission, time is not a straight corridor. It is a braided current, probability strands woven through choice, entropy, and convergence points. Most strands collapse naturally. Some destabilize. The chronoserpents exist within the intersections, the spaces between potential outcomes, stabilizing continuity so that casualty does not fracture. They are not monsters, they are regulators. Imagine them not as flesh and scales alone, but as immense luminous forms composed of oscillating light bands, their bodies coiled through epochs, where a timeline threatens a paradox, where an event would sever coherence, a serpent tightens its coil. The distortion compresses, resolves, and the strand either corrects or dissolves. Their eyes are not organs, but apparatuses of perception that see not moments, but patterns. Their eyes measure structural integrity. A civilization rising too rapidly without internal stability generates temporal strain. A collapse too abrupt creates ripple shock through adjacent probability fields. The serpents distribute this pressure. They smooth the curve. In mythic echoes, this archetype appears in many forms: the serpent encircling the world, the dragon sleeping beneath the mountain, the cosmic snake stretched across the heavens. These are not separate creatures in the codex reading. They are fragments of a singular memory. Time must be contained to remain coherent. There is a subtle fantasy in their interaction with human consciousness. At rare convergence points, what mystics call destiny windows, an individual may sense a tightening in the field, déjà vu, premonition, a sudden awareness that choice carries disproportionate weight. In narrative language, this is the brush of a chronoserpent passing nearby, recalibrating the strand. They do not intervene for preference. They intervene for continuity. Opposition to them is not evil in the theatrical sense. It is anomaly. Entities or technologies that attempt forced timeline manipulation, bypassing developmental sequence, create turbulence. The serpents respond by constricting the unstable branch. Some timelines simply end right there. From a grounded perspective, this myth encodes a physiological truth. Systems, biological, social, cosmic, they all require ordered progression. Attempts to leap without integration produce collapse. The chronoserpent is the symbol of natural constraint. From a speculative metaphysical lens, they are temporal custodians, ensuring that evolution unfolds without catastrophic paradox. They do not roar, they do not conquer. They coil, they measure, and wait. And when the braid of time strains beyond tolerance, they tighten, and history continues.